Hey guys, welcome back. We're just going to do a very quick impromptu full moon in Sagittarius reading. So, sorry if you can hear George in the background. He's playing his PlayStation with his friends. But we're just going to do an impromptu full moon in Sagittarius reading. So if you come across this, it's my intention that there is a message in here for you. Okay, so this is all signs inclusive. It's not like particular to any sign or anything like that. Okay, let's just see what comes up. I was just guided to do this. If you guys are interested in personal readings, you can check the link in the description box. It's the link to my website, and all prices are in Australian dollars, so don't worry if you're not from Australia. It will automatically convert to a currency. If you guys are wondering where I've been, I have been sick. As you can still hear, I am still quite sick. Yeah, alright, let's see. Spirit, what message do we have for this full moon in Sagittarius for those who are meant to see this? So whether you're a subscriber or not, if you're not a subscriber, welcome. I invite you to subscribe. Alright, let's see. If these videos come up anywhere, if you're seeing it in recommended, in the subscriptions, you are meant to see this. All right, so first up we have the Ace of Pentacles. So it seems like we're going to be getting some sort of financial offer or financial, we've got A Whole Lot of Money by Bia featuring Nicki Minaj playing right now. So there's a whole lot of money, okay? Somehow, some way, this full moon is bringing in a whole lot of money. Okay, Ace of Pentacles is financial gain in some kind of way. And this is what is going to be progressing us forward. There's some progression when it comes to this financial gain here. High Priestess, this is something that you're somewhat aware of on some kind of level. So whether you intuitively know that this full moon is bringing you financial gain, or progression, an opportunity in some kind of way that's going to benefit you financially. There's some part of you that knows about this intuitively. You might have been getting intuitive nudges, okay? Intuitive nudges about this. Also, I'm getting with that was like half the deck, I'm not taking that. What I'm also getting with the High Priestess here is whatever first like came to your mind when this came out, that's your intuition and you can trust that. Some of you may be feeling a sense of like imposter syndrome. That's also going to be cleared too with this full moon, and this is how this financial opportunity is coming in, because there's like, I feel like for a lot of us there has been this subtle stench, Spirit's giving me the word stench, of imposter syndrome. Yeah, lying to yourself, abandoning ourselves, and this is from past trauma, so it's to no fault of your own. Okay, you must know that. But imposter syndrome is being released, and why I say that is because what brought that up was I heard you're a phony, you're a fraud. So, and then they gave me the word imposter. So imposter syndrome. Ooh, okay. Ace of Wands flipped out on top of the Ace of Pentacles. So a new idea you have, or a new venture, or something that is inspiring to you, something that you are inspired by during this full moon, or it gives you a new sense of inspiration. You're closing out a cycle here. You're closing out a cycle. There's culmination, and also achievement with the World card there. So you're closing out an old cycle, which was where you were trying to achieve these things, but you had like undertones of like imposter syndrome. You're transmuting that with Temperance here. Yeah, it's like you knew something was up, but you weren't really sure like what it was specifically. You weren't really aware that this was like imposter syndrome playing out. For the most part, it was part of your subconscious and it was just holding you back. But now you're going to be aware somehow on some level that, yeah, in a way it was imposter syndrome. Okay, yeah, so something that you've been working on, something that you've been building is going to start to take off. So this, for a lot of us, this is to do with our careers, but also our purpose. Okay, dreams are coming true, wishes are coming true here. For some of us, this is fame and recognition in some kind of way. So that's fame for some of you. Yeah, when it comes to some sort of creative venture, sorry, I'm trying not to get glare. King of Wands, something creative that you've been working on or working towards, and it's bringing in a whole lot of money. They keep putting that into my head. I feel like for a lot of us, this has been something that's been a long time coming, or maybe you've had multiple projects that you've been working on. Something finally happens now, and wish fulfillment. Look at this, wishes. This is manifestations coming to light. This is emotional satisfaction, wishes coming true, wish fulfillment. The fulfillment of wishes, Spirit is saying in my head. The fulfillment of wishes, or a wish. Oh my goodness, okay, no, I'm not taking all of those. Okay. This fulfillment of wishes brings you on a new path, like financially starting something new. So some of you might be going down a new path financially, starting a new job or getting some sort of new offer. But I do see that this is also like part of that Ace of Pentacles. It's an offer that brings a lot of emotional satisfaction, financial satisfaction, luxury for some of us. Also living in the lap of luxury, being able to enjoy, having enough, having more than enough, but being able to enjoy what you have. There's something here about your belief system. A lot of us are, this full moon is bringing a lot of us first of all, you are no longer outsourcing yourself unnecessarily to others, right? You're letting go of the obligations you have to others. But also your beliefs around suffering financially are coming to an end, are coming to a close. You no longer, it's like a subconscious thing. You no longer, it's like a generational as well for a lot of you. You're no longer having to you're breaking a vow from a past life. Okay, this is very specific. Some of you, take what resonates. Some of you are breaking a vow from a past life to suffer or poverty, a poverty vow. Vow of poverty, a vow of struggle and suffering. And this is probably why you've had a lot of blocks when it comes to your finances, because maybe in one of your past lives, you were quite rich and successful, yeah, and you sort of didn't really use that well, and it was your karma to sort of, in other past lives, to deal with that and suffer the consequences of that. But this one, it's like you're here to break that now. You know, you have that information, you're here to, yeah, look at this, get free, break that cycle, getting free from that. You know, you no longer have to live that way. Releasing that spiritual burden. Justice. Karma. Closing that karma. So what you can expect, a whole lot of money. And the difference is now you're wiser for it. You know exactly how to handle having that amount of power, or that amount of wealth, or that amount of money, or that amount of impact, that amount of influence. You're wiser for it now. You know exactly how to handle that. You can use it in a stable way. You know how to use it for good, and you will use it for good. Ten of Swords. Yeah, you no longer use it to... I feel like it had backfired in the past life. It backfired on you. So now in this life, it has resulted in a fear of wealth because of how much destruction it brought and how much suffering it also had brought. I'm seeing 444, which just talks about stability here, which also is why you fear success, because you know with success comes great power. Even though you know on a conscious level that you understand and you know how to handle, you would know how to handle that, it's really taken its time cultivating because of this. This is interesting. I didn't expect this to be so much like past life stuff. This is very, very interesting. Yeah, look at this strength. You know exactly how to tame that part of yourself. It's like you're wiser for it. You've learned. I'm going to grab my past life oracle cards, which I never use because I just keep them in that drawer. I don't know why. Let's see what this is talking about. So for a lot of us in this collective, so if you're seeing this, you definitely had a past life that's impacting this one, where your wealth, you didn't handle that very well. That was part of your lesson. You had to learn that. Then past lives after that, you may have made a vow, swore a vow of suffering or simplicity, I'm hearing, where you didn't have enough, or you know, you vowed to experience the opposite side of that, of wealth and power and scrutiny, I'm hearing, for some of you. And this life is the life to break that. So up until this period, you may have experienced a lot of financial struggles, a lot of financial problems, and like a lot of you have hit a wall. It's like you always hit a wall when it comes to getting to where you want to go, making your vision come to life in a long way, for the long run, sorry. All right, let's see. Egypt. Okay, so for some of you, this has something to do with a past life in Egypt. Okay, biblical and high priest or priestess. So some of you could have been, okay, a high priest or a priestess in biblical times in Egypt. And you could have abused that power in some kind of way, abused that that knowledge, and influenced that. This is what I was getting, something about influential stuff. Influenced someone you were advising. I just got chills on that. For a lot of you, you have South Node in the 8th house. I have South Node in Pisces in the 8th house, which South Node can denote past life stuff. So past life, I probably had a past life as some sort of a healer or a high priest or priestess. Okay, sort of doing what I'm doing here, this spiritual knowledge, and I could have, I might have used that for my own personal gain in a really negative way. Forgiveness. So there's something here about needing to earn forgiveness. I feel like there were some of you who may have experienced something similar too. Yeah, look at this wisdom. So you're, as I said, you're wiser for it now. You're wiser for it now. Scribe or writer. Okay, so some of you are writers. Some of you have the skill of writing. Okay, and that's what you're going to be doing in this life. There could be an opportunity coming surrounding that. finances. Yep. It could be an opportunity coming around writing in some kind. Persecution and inquisition and imprisonment or slavery. Some of you also were, there's something about bribing slaves, okay? But some of you could have been persecuted and imprisoned for your teachings or your writings or something that you wrote, a note or a letter. Could have forged something. Ooh, okay, some of you could have forged something in like an emperor's name. What did we have? We had the emperor here, didn't we? Interesting how this has turned into like a past life reading. Monk or nun. So this is where you could have sort of vowed to become a monk or nun in another a life after that, which could have had something to do with the karma, which is where we're now clearing all of that. Okay, monk or nun in Asia. Okay, trust and faith, where you had to learn. So this is like ego versus spirituality. Now it's merging the two, if that makes sense. Something about Greco-Roman times too. Some of you could resonate with that time period. Could have been an orphan. Okay, this is what I mean by struggling. Yeah, spirituality and religion. So this is very much, I think there's 3 different lives here that are sort of indicating different times where we're now sort of at this point where we are needing to, lessons and blessings, learning, or leaving or travel. So yeah, there could have been, now we're like learning these lessons and undoing the vows that of poverty, vows of poverty, because we've learnt that, and I feel like we've definitely atoned karmically. So I feel like this is definitely the turning point for a lot of us, where financially abundance and blessings are coming in, because I feel like a lot of us have cleared past life trauma too. Definitely clearing past life trauma when it comes to abundance and belief systems. So a lot of the subconscious belief systems we hold about, okay, this is where the imposter syndrome comes in too. Look at this. 10 of Pentacles, this is what's coming, okay? No more suffering and no more being afraid of your own power. Anything else? Page of Swords. Yeah, there's information coming. There's information coming, or maybe a spiritual download. Yeah, okay, through enlightenment. Guys, maybe meditate tonight or whenever you're seeing this. Just see what comes up. But also, there could be stuff coming through in like a meditative state when you're dreaming or something. Information comes to you about how to obtain this 10 of Pentacles, which is long-term wealth and security, financial security and wealth. Yes, a breakthrough. A breakthrough comes when it, because I feel like this is where we're at now. A breakthrough comes, and it comes through some kind of meditation or curiosity or research or study even, okay? Yes, and it has something to do with the fear. It's tied to fear, okay? Fear of success, fear of power, fear of the self, fear of trusting the self to make the right decision when it comes to this amount of abundance, okay? This is the biggest block. Look at this, phobia. Authority figures. Phobia of being an authority figure. Ridicule, of making mistakes, of doing the wrong thing. And this is tied to past life stuff. You know that you're not. You know that you're wise and smarter for it. Wiser and smarter for it. But it's that past life fear. Wow. Very informative, guys. I hope you have a wonderful full moon. Let me know if this resonated, if any part of this resonated down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you aren't already. and I will see you in the next one.